Hi everyone, it's Laura. Happy New Year. Today I plan on doing a flip through of my new planner for 2023. This is my first ever planner video, so we'll see how that goes. Historically, I am not that great when it comes to planners. I love them, I collect them, I start to use them, and then after a while I just don't. So I have a ton of empty planners. But we're going to try this one. This one's completely different from anything I've ever used before. So I'm going to give it a try. This is the Laurel Denise planner. This one's the horizontal one. I will do a quick flip through to show you what it looks like and why I went ahead and went with this one this year. And then I'm going to set up January for how I envision I am going to be using this planner. And I'll use it and see if I can follow through on it, whether or not it becomes over a little too much for me to handle, or whether I'm good with it, or we'll see how that goes this month. So this is the Laurel Denise planner. I put this sticker on here. It actually says Laurel Denise 2023 underneath here. I put the sticker on it because when I first got it, that's just what the impulse that I had is I wanted to put that sticker on it. So I will put in here 2023 at some point, but I added the sticker. And the sticker is from Reflections. It's a sticker pack that I got from Michael's, most likely. So just flip through that. Anyway, so when I first got this, I got super excited. That's why there's already a sticker on it. But I got it at the beginning of December, maybe end of November, beginning of December. So I couldn't really, set too much up in it. So it is now just a couple of days away from January 1st, 2023. So now is the time. So I'm going to flip it open. I know it might be hard to see the entire thing all in one. I'm going to try my best for you guys. So on the inside is a pocket right here, and it comes with two dividers. One of them has little squares that you can use, stencils of squares, stencils of hearts, stencils of circles, so you can make your own little checklists. And then there's a regular divider with a ruler on it. And they both pop in and out. They're pretty thick. So I will be using both of these most likely. And then this is the cover page. This is what's written inside of that box on the actual cover right there. And gold foil. It's all really nice and pretty, but I wanted it to have my information. So this is the cover page. Not sure. I don't plan on taking this with me anywhere, so I'm not sure whether or not I'm going to actually fill that out. The next page is your whole year spread. So you have January 2023 all the way through December 2023. And for each month, there is a goal section and a things to remember section. I most likely won't be using these in that way. Most likely what I'll do is I'll have important dates for each month for 2023 under the goals section, and then the important dates that I need to remember for 2024 that come up is how I'll probably use the things to remember part. There's also a list here of the holidays that are included within the planner itself. So I'm not going to do anything with these pages for right now. Like I said, that's how I plan on using it. There's also a section here for special dates and events. I'm not sure how I will use that, but to me, that's not the important part of this planner. So, all right, let's get to January. So your first page has a pretty good tab here. This is cardstock. It's pretty thick. And you start off with January. So the cool thing about this particular planner here is that you can see it all in one spread, in one go. So you have your monthly view here. You have your weekly view here. To-dos for today. To-dos for this week, or however you want to use this week. And then a little bit further over is to-do this month. So the cool thing about this is that, so after this particular week, you have a half page and you flip it over and it's the same layout, but it's now a new week. I thought that was awesome because if I have to go from here's my monthly view and then I need to flip through to find my weekly view or my daily view, or I'm not going to do it. It's just, that's too many steps. It's too overwhelming. I can't keep track of all of that. So I want to try this all in one view layout and see how it works for me. I'm hoping it'll work a lot better. The only thing I'm worried about is that because it's all in one view, as I fill in all of these areas, that I might become overwhelmed with all of the stuff. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. What I did, because I did receive this in November, very beginning of December, is I took copies of one of these layout spreads, and I made my own really horrible, awful little makeshift spread of this with copies. So like I said, it's really awful. And I just made it my own. And so that's exactly what I did here. So I have the monthly view, the week to do this week, and then I folded them and created other weeks as well. And then how I did this to see how I might go about using it, because I didn't want to waste an entire month if I'm not going to use it that way. So that's what I did, and there are some things that I tried that worked for me and some things that I tried that did not work for me. So I'm going to start off this new year with things that I know that work. There's also already a few stickers already inside of here because, like I said, when I got it, I couldn't wait. So I went through and put like major holidays, the stickers for major holidays. So in February, I didn't have Valentine's Day. I need to go find that sticker. And then March, I don't have St. Patrick's Day. There's Easter there. Oh, maybe I put them under the week. Oh, I put them under the week. That's what I did. So I already went through and put stickers. Let's go back again. So I already put stickers in for major holidays. There's Martin Luther King Day, Valentine's Day. There we go. Found it. Just because I couldn't wait and I wanted to do something with it. So each month is exactly the same. You have your monthly view, your weekly view, your to-dos. When you get to the very, very back, you have a blank dot grid page, a 3/4 dot grid page, and then this section here that says to do this month. I might change up how I do some of these sections. And I am also going to add a couple of pages back here because I don't think this is enough room for me to do what I want to do, which I'll go over when we get to it. So, goes all the way through the entire year. There's Easter. Exactly the same way so that you can see how each month is. All the way through to December. There's November right there. Here's December. And you have all of the flip through pages. So it's exactly the same. And like I said, I put in stickers already. There's the back of December. So when you finish with December, you have quite a few grid pages, blank grid pages. And then after a handful of them, then it switches to dot grid. And you have a number of dot grid pages here. There are quite a few. I should probably count them for you. So this is the back of the December. So you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 grid pages. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 dot grid pages. So that's quite a few. That's quite a few. And then you also have another pocket back here in the back. And then the back of the book. So I know that it's for some people who have used this planner before, the fact that one part is higher than the other part can sometimes be a little troublesome, and so some people like to open it part of the way like that and work on it like that, or open this part up so that it's like that and put something underneath this so that you can write on it like that. I'm not sure what is going to work best for me until I try it out. I don't know yet. And I know another thing that people have talked about was this takes up a whole lot of space on a desk. I'm not too worried about that. Like I said, I only plan on using this at home. I don't plan on carrying it anywhere. I don't have to worry about how much space it takes up. So, I don't know. It looked incredibly interesting to me. I like the idea of having only one spot to go to, one page to look at for a majority of my things that I need to do throughout the month, the week, and the day. I am going to put in extra pages back here for the month for my income. So when we get paychecks in or when we get income in, I'll have a breakdown that I will do on there. Also, I've had a lot of health issues that I need to keep track of, and so there will be a tracker of that as well. I'm also a small business owner, so I'll have a page in here for like orders that I need to plan out and things like that. So I plan on using these extra pages that are in the back here, and cutting them down, punching them, and adding them to the sets that are right in here. So I don't have to go to another page to find those things. It's all right here, right where I need it to be. All right. So one of the things that I plan on setting up is I'm going to break down this section right here so that there is a spot for like my appointments through the week, but also almost like a tracker. I need to keep track of certain things having it related to my health. And so I'm going to put in some areas along here that will help me track those things. And then I'm also going to put in another section right in here. And then I'm either going to move this to do this month to right here, because that makes more sense to me to have it my month, my week, my day, my checklist for the week, and my checklist for the month to be all squished together instead of having this big jump over. But it does kind of take away from this whole layout. So I'm going to try it for a month and see how that goes. We'll see. So I'm going to have one section here that is like my things to do this month, and one section here that is like for notes and things like that, of just like random notes of don't forget, you know, next month you need to do this, or don't forget to, I don't know. This is more like going to be for notes. This is going to be for to do this month. I'm going to section this off, and I'm going to have in here, this is my list of like home stuff. So I might do this whole part as to do this month, do this side as work, this side as home. We'll see. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on that. I'm trying to stay within a frame so that you can kind of see the whole thing, but I do know that some of the edges are getting cut off. Now, what I'm going to do in this video is I'm not going to go through and put in all of my appointments and all of the things that I've got going on in January that I know about. What I'm going to do instead is I'm going to set up all of those divisions and all of those areas and show you how that I plan to do that for this month. And then, you know, hopefully later in January, we'll take a look back, see what worked, and if it worked at all, if I became overwhelmed, if some of the things that I changed around didn't work for me, etc. And then maybe we'll try again in February. All right. So if all you wanted to see was just the Laurel Denise horizontal planner, this is basically what it is. Now I'm going to go into setting this all up. All right, so I have here the Fiskars ruler. It's 3 inches wide by 18 inches long. I like it because it has the 1/4 inch lines on here and it's see-through. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my pencil here and I am actually going to open this up all the way like that. So this is for the first week, so there's no division here. And what I'm going to do is I am going to come right along here, and I just want my first line to be right along the holes there. So I'm just going to go right along there like that. And honestly, I don't need that all the way up here. I'm going to go ahead and take that off. I didn't need to go all the way up there. I need to come all the way down here. All right. And so next what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this little ruler here. I'm going to go right back to that line. And I'm going to mark right here a 1/4 inch, 1/4 inch, and a 1/4 inch. So I need 1, 2, 3 of those. So I've got 1, 2, 3 of those. And then I need a 1/2 inch after that. And a 1/2 inch after that. Right there. I'm going to do the same thing down here. There's not enough room behind this for me to get that far with the ruler. So there's a 1/4 inch, 1/4 inch, 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch, and 1/2 inch right there. And I'm going to draw those lines. Why does that not seem like a 1/4 inch? And straight down like that. And straight down like that. And that one. And that one. For some reason those seem a little wonky to me, but let me just make sure I got what I needed. Got 1, 2, and 3. 1/2 and 1/2. Okay. So what these are going to be is I'm not going to label them. I had thought about covering this up and just writing it in over here and then labeling all of these. I'm not going to do it for now. I'm just going to, I already know what these things are for, so I'm just going to leave them the way they are. So this part is going to be, like I said, I've had a lot of health problems, so I need to keep track of stuff. And so this one is going to be for my meds. And then the next one is going to be steps. The next one is exercise. And then this one is heart. And this one is food. This month I'm doing it in pencil. If this works out, then I am going to change to an actual pen, marker, etc. so that it looks a little more permanent and professional. So that's what I plan to do with those. So here will be all of the like appointments and stuff. Here's my appointments and stuff throughout the week. This is, I need to keep track of the healthy food that I'm eating. I need to keep track of my stats. I need to keep track of when I exercise. I need to keep track of my steps every day. And I need to make sure I take my medication every day. Part of the things for my medication, I'm going to go ahead and use the stencil here, is I need to take my meds 3 times a day. So what I think I'm going to do is a little close to the rings. So what I might do instead, let's see, how wide is this? Those are 1 inch wide. So I might just go ahead and do that. I don't know. I don't know if I want to do that. I might check to see if I have little stickers or something that I can put in there rather than trying to create the little stencils and stuff. It's too close to the wire binder to really get it good and pretty, and I just don't want to take, excuse me, I just don't want to take the time. So now I'm going to repeat that over here. So I'm going to do it on all the rest of the weekly pages for January, which you don't need to watch me do that. It's literally the same thing that I did here. All right, and then what I'm going to do is open this up. And I want to take one of these pages here. And I'm just going to mark, make sure the page is nice and even. So it's on that dot right there. And that dot right there. So because there's bumps underneath this, I'm going to go ahead and open this up wide so that I have a flat surface to do this on. There we go. I'm just going to go ahead and do this right here. So now I've got both of these here. And I'm going to change this to back, actually. You know what? All right, I have some Avery labels here. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this label right here. And it's not the same color, but that's all right. I will live. I'm just going to put that right there. I'm going to take another one just so it all matches. I'm going to put that right there. And I'm going to put on here this month. Or actually, do this month work. I could have made that so much prettier. And I'm going to do this side. Yeah. I do another one of those stickers just to be consistent all the way across. That right there, sort of like that. That's going to be this month home. And then this one's going to be notes. Right there. All right, so the plan is throughout the month, I already have, like, for my home, I already have a set checklist of stuff that needs to get done every single month. So I'll just put that in here. My work one varies, which is why I'm not so concerned about not being able to see this one because that page covers it, but I do want to see this one. And then I do want to have a place where I can really quickly, even while everything's open, jot something down. So that's why that one's there. So I will fill that out with my already in my brain, but every month I do basically the same things. So I'll put that in here. And then as my work schedule goes along, I'll add my work stuff for the month. And then I have my weekly stuff that I will pull from my calendar over here and pull from both my home and my month one. And then for my notes. All right. So on this side, I need to, on all of these, let me open this back up. On this side over here, I need to add another line as well because I need to add, let's see, there's that. So I need it to be just one, yeah. Come right back up here. There's that one. Come right down here. That one right there. And I'm sorry, this is awkward for me because I like to use the other side of the ruler when I'm writing because my hand will get in the way. So let me kind of turn myself around here. There's that and that. Okay. So what this one is right here is I have my to-do things. I just plan on writing like the big, important, top priority things that I need to do within that day. But for the most part, I will be working off of this weekly list. It's just the most important ones that I have to do today will go in here. The reason for that is I tend to be really hard on myself if I don't get things done. And if I make a good list of all of the things that I should be getting done today, and then I don't get even 2 of those things done, then I get really, really hard on myself. I get really discouraged, and I just won't continue. So instead, I'm just going to put like the really important things that have to be done today, because it's really going to be based off of my energy level and my motivation for that particular day. So to pre-plan what I'm going to do each day just sets me up for failure. So instead, when I wake up in the morning or as I get going throughout the day, if I run out of energy, I am okay with just stopping for the day if I have gotten that majorly important thing done. And then I'm not so hard on myself. So that's what I plan to do right there. But I also have a tendency of forgetting that if I'm in work mode, I forget about the house. If I'm in house mode, I totally forget about work. So what I plan on doing is, this is the really, really important thing or things that I have to get done on that particular day. But I'm going to have a goal of just one house thing that I need to get done, because typically that is the thing that gets knocked off of my list and I never get to it, are things that are related to the house, or to like my day-to-day chores, or, maintaining my home. I use up too much energy for work, and then I never get to the house stuff. So I'm going to put in this area right here. This is going to be my home goal. So like on Monday, which is typically what I do on Mondays if I'm working on my home, is laundry. So my goal is to get at least some laundry done on that Monday, as well as whatever this major goal is, which generally has to do with work. So if I can get at least some laundry done during the day, that's a score for me. So I might put in here like bath. My goal for today is to just clean up the bathroom. And that may be a top to bottom cleaning. It may be, okay, I've gone in and cleaned the mirror, so good enough. We'll see. It all depends on energy level for the day and my motivation for the day. But I'm trying to accomplish two things without overwhelming myself. Getting something important done and getting something for the house done so that I can at least feel productive. So that is how I am setting up my month of January in my new planner. Hopefully you can see the whole thing. So I've got the month. I've got my, these are the appointments for the week. So like if I have a carpool I need to remember to do, or my kids have a dentist appointment, etc. There's a game, etc., etc. Those will all be on the month, but also in here. Things like carpools and stuff like that might not be in here. It might actually just be in the week because I usually find those out. Well, I don't know. We'll see how that works out because I kind of feel like I'm repeating myself, but we'll see how that works out. So that's more like appointments. Then this is my tracking because I don't want to have to flip to another page in the book in order to do this tracking, because if that's the case, then I'll not track anything. I'll forget all about doing all of this stuff. This is my major things to do for the day. This is my goal for my home for the week. So just something simple, but just enough to maybe motivate me to do more. This is everything I need to get done this week. And then when we open this up to the very end of the month, this is my everything I'm supposed to be doing for my home for the entire month, which is a preset list. This is everything I need to do for work for the month, which changes very often. These are my notes just to have a space that's open and available and ready for me just to jot down whatever needs to be jotted down. And then, as I said, I am adding more pages to the book. I plan on doing, what I'll do is I'll take the pages from the back of the book and cut them down, and I have a hole punch to put in here, or not to put in here, but I have a hole punch that I can use to make all of those so I can insert in. So here's one, for example. I was trying it out to make sure that they would all work. So I plan on putting in extra pages that are actually going to be the same size as these ones so that it doesn't stick out over. And I might actually do this folded, I don't know. But I'll have one for one whole side of the page for income coming in, so I can keep track of the income and what bills are being paid from it, other things that I need to make sure come out of that, like gas comes out of this one, but not that one, or groceries comes from this one and not that one, etc. So I'll be tracking that. So I'll have a page, probably, I don't know if I'll fold it or not, but a page this size that will have each income and what's being paid out of it. I will also have another page added in where if I need to, like if any of these have any notes that need to go with them, I can jot it down on there so I have a tracker of some sort. And it's going to be easier for me to remember to go to this little page in this month to write down that note that has to do with any of this, than it would be for me to write all of this on another page in the back of the book. Anyway, that's my plan for this month. I am now going to go through and start filling it in for January and getting it all set up for me, because the 1st is coming soon. And actually this week is very nice of them to give us the last week of January, or the last week of December here, because January 1st starts on a Sunday. That is one thing that is kind of weird to me, and it's going to take some getting used to for me, is this is a Monday start rather than a Sunday start. So that's going to be a little interesting for me to get used to. We'll see how that goes. Okay, guys. So, the other thing that I plan on doing is when I go through to add in all of my appointments and add in all my stuff, is I do plan on putting in some of these stickers. I'm going to try to keep it, pretty simple and not do too much, because I will tend to get overloaded if I have too much in here. I'll look at it, and if there's just too much, then I'll be like, okay, yep, that requires too much for me, and I won't actually do anything because it'll be too overwhelming. The other thing is that I have a tendency of making the planners the task rather than the planner keeping track of all of my tasks. The planner itself becomes a task, and I spend more time setting up the planner and making it pretty and color coding and making sure I have pretty writing and all of that kind of stuff. And then it's like I didn't get anything done because I spent too much time making the planner pretty. I don't want to do that because I actually need to get stuff done. So I'm only going to go through it just this once, make it pretty with a few stickers here and there, but not too many, so I don't get overwhelmed. And then from that point forward, it doesn't matter how I write. It doesn't matter if I spill anything on this. The point is not for it to be pretty. The point is for it to help me keep track of things. So, okay, guys. So there are my goals for this month. We're going to try it out, see how it goes. At the end of January, we'll come back and kind of flip through, and we'll see how it all went and see if we need to make changes for February. All right. Thank you guys so much for joining me. We will talk to you soon. Bye.